What do you think about young people, particularly black men, young black men, often being distracted while driving because of cell phone usage?
Ultimately, I think it's very, very dangerous because not even just black men, but it affects everybody, whether it's children in the car with them, their wives, their sisters, their daughters. It affects everybody when you're texting and you crash into somebody with a baby in the car, or a sister or a mother. You could potentially kill those people. So I think it's this is a great program and a great I want to say campaign, because as black people we don't actually get this type of exposure to these things. Like, okay, texting is bad when I'm on a highway, or driving under the influence is bad, because we do it. You know, we party and go out and we have a good time, and we don't think about what can possibly happen behind that wheel when we're drunk or texting. So this exposure means a lot to us.
Has any of the young people, any of you, been involved in an accident as a result of being on the phone, or almost in an accident? Do you know of anyone who may have been in an accident as a result of cell phone usage?
Yeah, I know a couple of people that died from people who have been drunk driving.
Well, I mean, as far as cell phone usage, do you know of any friends who may have been in an accident, whether they caused it or someone hit them because whoever was driving the car was distracted using the cell phone?
Well, let's ask this question. If you don't put this in the paper, and maybe they will admit it. How many of you drive now? How many of you all drive? 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of you honestly have driven and texted at the same time?
Guilty charge.
5 out of 5.
So this is why this campaign is important, because it will help inform young people who probably didn't, you never thought about this, I'm sure, about accidents and how much you could lose from working, your wages. So I think this is a great opportunity to have a campaign that exposes young people to this information.
Why do you think, Alderman, it seems like the focus is more on, as you said, young black men? Why is that concentration seem to be high as far as with the distraction of driving? Why do you think it's so high among young black men?
I don't know why it's high. All I know is that the number for African American men are high. So it seems to me if they are the most effective, that we need to focus a campaign to specifically address that, to bring the numbers down. Why that happens, I don't know.
And what do you think can be done to directly address that with young black drivers?
Well, I think, you know, when they're taking driver's education in school or wherever they're taking driver's education, maybe this information needs to be given to them, made part of the curriculum. And exactly, this campaign is an opportunity now, at least because we're in the summer time, to give this information out. And I think it's important that organizations like Publicity Works, for example, has the ability to try to get this information out in our communities, since they're most connected to it.
I think the more exposure we have to campaigns like this, we will understand that it's, we shouldn't text and drive, or we shouldn't drink and drive, because it becomes embedded in our heads. Like, if I'm driving and it's okay for him to text, it's okay for him to text, and we just drive and texting, then it's cool. But if we have the alderman come along and put up signs like "Don't crash, save dreams," and you got I'm a future lawyer and he's a future doctor and things of this nature, then we'll stop, because it's embedded in our head. We see the billboards: don't text and drive, don't drink and drive. We don't see these things often, so it's not second nature to us.
What about when it comes to seatbelt? That's another issue that seems to affect young drivers. Probably with the same survey that the Alderman did. How many people, when they're the one driving, I mean, obviously you're supposed to have it on even if you're the passenger, but definitely, if you're the one driving, how many of you actually use your seatbelt every time you get in the car and drive?
And the only reason I start currently doing that is because I see that's what's up, buckle up. I see that all the time, so now I'm just putting on my seatbelt every time I see it. Even if I forget to put it on in the morning or something, I see one of them signs, I'm like, it's just that simple. It becomes embedded in your head. And the more exposure you have to it.
Alderman, do you think it should be for those who are caught texting and driving or talking and driving, particularly if as a result it causes an accident, do you think there should be greater penalties for that?
I don't know about greater penalties. There are already penalties on the books, but we can't always take a punitive approach to our young people. We have to take an approach of educating them about what's right and what's wrong, and not just penalizing them because they've done something wrong. They need to learn about what's the appropriate thing to do. And this campaign is a way to get that message out there.
Do you think with the recent bill signing by Governor Quinn with the ticket quota that he signed about a week ago now, making it illegal for police departments to have any type of quota with ticket systems, do you think any of that may factor into with young black male drivers, particularly young folks, that may help reduce that issue?
I think it's good to get rid of the quota. I mean, I've seen policemen, and I have also been the recipient of the ticket of just a policeman driving around looking for things to ticket people on. They need to be doing more patrol. Less focus on meeting a quota, more focus on keeping our streets safe.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.